Hey guys, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg versus, of course, the incumbent president Donald Trump. So this one's going to be a pretty quick video because I have something for school to get out of the way real quick. So pretty much this video will probably be like 3 minutes long. So we're going to start off with something completely obvious. Obviously, Donald Trump will probably be the victor in this election. And it may not be obvious to some of you, but in general, Mark Zuckerberg, first of all, has no political experience. I understand the president didn't either, but he is different. Mark Zuckerberg, of course, with the whole censorship issue and testifying before Congress, that is definitely going to create a whirlwind with him. And I understand that it may be on the side against President Trump, but it's not going to look good for him in general, especially with a lot of people complaining about Facebook taking too much personal information. And of course, Mark Zuckerberg not being very popular in the United States as of right now, just based off the fact that the mainstream media has painted him in an image as someone who is just invading everyone's privacy. And that whether or not that's true, it's still going to hurt him regardless. So I think he'll hold on to, I don't know why I have my thing on safe, likely, leaning, and toss-up, but regardless, he will likely hold on to the West Coast for obvious reasons. This is probably not going to flip in our future, but I don't know why that shares thing is still there, but I guess we're going to have to leave it for now. He would obviously win up in the Northeast. This is never like switching to the Republican Party within the immediate future. And so far, 182 electoral votes for Mark Zuckerberg. So, first of all, Donald Trump would carry almost every single state he carried in 2016. Didn't mean to fill in Colorado. Pretty much just based off the fact that Mark Zuckerberg would not be a good Democratic candidate. He would easily sweep those states that went to him and that are predominantly Republican, including Ohio and Iowa, and he'd do really well in Maine's 2nd District, especially going against someone like Mark Zuckerberg. And I think this will be the first technical time where we've had a Democratic nominee from the state of California. It's usually very stereotyped that Democrats are from California, yet we've never had a Democratic nominee from the state of California, which is pretty interesting. I think Donald Trump would do pretty well. I think he would sweep the Rust Belt again effectively, putting him at 262. Where does he get those other electoral votes from Florida and North Carolina, putting him at his exact margin of 306 electoral votes? So where can he expand? So first of all, the reasoning behind the Rust Belt is I don't think Mark Zuckerberg at all can appeal to the people in the Rust Belt. Donald Trump still has that backstory where it seems like he built himself up, although he may not have, just based off his father's wealth. Mark Zuckerberg pretty much just got lucky out of college, and he didn't even finish college completely, and it wasn't it doesn't just it just doesn't resonate with white working class voters. And Donald Trump's message really resonated with them, although it may not have been a message that should have resonated with them. It did. And obviously, you can never predict the American electorate to believe in someone's message. But now it's come to a point where you can't really top Donald Trump in terms of being able to shock the nation by flipping the Rust Belt. And very little Republicans have won in the Rust Belt. And so far, as of right now, Donald Trump is the first one to do it in around 28 years, 24 for some states. Or maybe 32 for some states, give 4 years apart. But regardless, Donald Trump was able to flip the Rust Belt, and no other Republican was. And he didn't have a stereotypical backstory like the same way that Democrats did. He wasn't really rags to riches. It was perceived that way. But then again, he also had the businessman appeal, which definitely helped him out. So I'm a minute away from what I need to do on my school thing, so I'm going to wrap this up. So I think Mark Zuckerberg would hold on to Virginia, Colorado, and New Mexico, lose Nevada, lose New Hampshire. I think he would carry all of Maine except for that 2nd District. And the state of Minnesota would go to Donald Trump just based off the lack of enthusiasm across the Rust Belt for Mark Zuckerberg. So final electoral map, 212 electoral votes for Mark Zuckerberg, 326 for Donald Trump. Thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.